going to go over my loadouts and what they look like. I'm going to show you some of the guns. I'm playing like shoot the shit. So just showing you. So I have my first one's always this OVERKILL, and it's me. I like the snipe, so it's an AR and a sniper. And it depends. I kind of switch this AR out, and what I do to switch it out is I save my blueprints. So you can kind of see in each one of these. I have like a kilo for Warzone. So I have 2 different kilos for Warzone, right? I have this like one without sights is a little bit more mobility, and then one with the optic that is better for long range. You can see I save my loadouts down here in different variations. So if you don't know how to do that, it's really important because it makes it easy to like, they only give you 10 slots. So for example, say I want to modify this. I was playing with something like this, the Colossus suppressor on this thing. Let's just add something else. Right, so you have that, and then it's there. But if you want to save it, you can go save custom mod. It's kind of weird how they have you do it. You enter the name, and then you call it like OVERKILL or something, right? And then you have to, after you do that, you have to hit save. And then once it's saved, now you have it as a blueprint. So I can like get rid of this gun and say just have the base file. I'm going to back out, and you see I have the file there. I'm going to click in here, and then go in the armory, and now it's there. Boom. And I got that one. Right? Now if I want to swap that out with something that I use more, like my M13, boom, I got it right there. So super nice. That's the way you definitely want to do it. So then after my OVERKILL, so it depends. If I'm playing squads, like sometimes we get OVERKILL for the one we buy, and then we try to pick up ghosts on the free drop, or we pick up another one later, because I like to have both my weapons to start. Most people do. But it depends on how you're playing. You might want to just have ghosts. So you can see I have 3 ghost classes right below. I have my AR, I have a sniper, and my MP5. And those are the guns I play with. I don't play with shotguns. And I always have my secondary be some sort of variation of pistol, something that I can't carry, right? So don't ignore the secondary. Definitely have a built-out pistol. Like, pistols are stronger than you think. And then depending on what you're running for lethal and heartbeat, or lethal and tactical, I always try to keep this consistent. So typically if I'm picking ghost, I'm always doing heartbeat, unless I'm end game and I know everybody has ghost, then I want something else. So then I have my solo OVERKILLs and a fully loaded ghost. So in solos I like to run a little bit different. I like to run something I call the pocket cannon. It's a holiger that has a lot of ammo that can kind of play like an SMG, so you can hip fire it pretty well. But you can also go like good long mid range with it as well. But I'm always running the sniper. I'm very comfortable with the sniper. And then I have a multiplayer class. It's whatever I'm leveling up typically is in the multiplayer. I have this funny end game where I get restock with the knife and tactical. And what I'll do with this is, maybe I'll keep the sticks, but usually I grab whatever I have for an SMG in the spot or an AR. And then if it's a circle with not a lot of cover, it's nice to have this in the end game. And then at this point, you don't need ghosts. People are going to know where you are. So I'm just going to, with the EOD, restock. That way I can get more stuns, right? The stuns matter. And the throwing knives, you can be pretty tricky with the shield and the throwing knife. And shrapnel gives me 2 knives. And I have another leveling thing. Whatever I'm leveling, I have down here. And then I have an OVERKILL at the bottom that's fully loaded. This is pretty important, is that if you drop from the gulag and you're in bad shape, you want to have guns that, and here you can see I got rid of the optics, and I have fully loaded on each one. So I pretty much gave up the optic for fully loaded, because you're going to need ammunition if you're going to get in gunfights. And same thing with my MP5 here. I got rid of the fast reload, like sleight of hand, in exchange for the fully loaded. And then for like tactical, I actually want my heartbeat. I must have this switched. And then same for lethal, you can pick whatever you're comfortable with. So those are my loadouts. The one thing I do want though is, I notice I have a fully loaded ghost. I didn't mention that, but same concept, fully loaded. Make sure that both weapons have fully loaded on them. Here, and I typically give up the optic for fully loaded because I don't want to give up the the way I'm used to for the pattern for these spray patterns and for like the recoil. I don't want to give that up, so I give up the optic, right, for fully loaded. Typically, if you're running from the gulag and you're alone and you're in a desperate situation, it doesn't really matter anyway. You definitely want the ammo because like typically you're gonna chew through 45 and you're out of the gunfight and you're shooting your pistol. And I have this Ghost fully loaded because sometimes if you're playing solos, Ghost is key. So get dropping in, getting your Ghost. You know, you can hide out, get a kill, pick up some armor for somebody. That's pretty much the idea. So those are my loadouts. I change them a lot. I definitely change them a lot. Like this, I'm always between a different AR. I still, like in Season 5, I really want to start trying out like a different AK variation, but you know, I have almost all these fully out, and I still end up using the Bruin as my AR a lot. But the Kilo is really popular right now, and I have this set up here, and my Kilo, it's just like everybody else. It's the longest barrel, mono, commando, good mag, 60 round mags. I don't want to have the drum, and the VLK optic. That's pretty much, you could pretty much build every AR like that, and you're good to go. All right, that's a wrap for the loadout overview.